Welcome back to Cruising Sanctuary, Final Fantasy XIV, and the healer roll quest for Endwalker. I keep trying to say DPS, and I don't want to say that. Last episode, we appealed to the Kalyana and the M tribe, in order to attend the remembrance services for all the brothers of Alamigo. But, but yeah, they agreed, and, it was all thanks to Orenvald. So now, the only issue is doing the remembrance service and taking care of this blasphemy. With that being said, let's not waste any more time and get right down to it with the level 89 quest, Trail of Skulls. Something terrible has happened! It's Fordola! She escaped! Say what? She was accompanying a squadron out on a training exercise. One moment she was there, and the next, she was gone! I didn't think much of it at the time, but she's been acting strangely ever since she went to meet that mother and child. You know, the ones who wanted to thank her for saving the girl's life. When I told Commander Alden about it, he went charging off to Alagana to ask them if they had any idea where Fordola might be. I thought about going after him, but when I heard you were headed this way, I reckoned it'd be better to send you in my stead. Godspeed, Chris. Alright, let's go, but silently. Okay, where is he? Where the bleeding hells are you, lad? Ah, there you are. Rob on. Chris, I wasn't expecting to see you here. You've heard what's happened, then. Just as Fordola was beginning to earn our trust, she's given us the slip. As you may know, she wears a choker that is designed to do exactly that. If the enchantment is triggered, it's supposed to prevent her from escaping. If I were to give the order, she would be dead within moments, and she knows that. She took the risk anyway, so I have to believe she has a good reason. That's what we're looking into now. We were hoping Clarel and young Lily here could shed some light on the matter. We'd like to ask you about your conversation with Fordola, if we may. Yes, of course. I know she's the butcher, or was at least, but it didn't seem right to go without thanking her. That's why I requested the meeting, to express my gratitude and my apologies. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke, as if she weren't even listening. And then I mentioned the blasphemy, and she looked at Lily, and all of a sudden clutched her own head and cried out in agony. The echo. The echo. Can you remember what you were thinking about at the time? A man. The one I saw in the city. What? Who? Did he have something to do with all those people panicking? I think he did. When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. He looked poorly, so I asked if he was all right. And he said yes. He had a nice smile. He got up and started walking, but then... He was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened. I didn't want to talk about it. Not even to Mum. I wish you'd said something sooner. I'm sorry, Poppet. This is my fault for leaving you on your own.
The man who turned into a blasphemy, I'd wager. The girl saw him, which means Fordola has now seen him too.
There was another thing. When Fordola was having her, a funny turn, she said something. Charlie? No, Charlet, I think. Yes, that was it.
Ring any bells?
Can't say it does. But if he has anything to do with the skulls, the Silver Griffin should have some information on him.
We best have a word with Ragenfried, then. You've both been very helpful. I'd also like to thank you for being so kind to Fordola. She may not have said it, but I'm sure it meant a lot to her.
I have a couple more things I'd like to ask, so I'll catch up with you later. Alright, so now we gotta speak to Ragenfried. I hope he knows something more than he's letting on. Ragenfried? Charlet, you say?
Yes, that name came up during our recent investigations. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation. His whereabouts is currently unknown. He had an older brother named Ansfried, one of the Crania Lupi, which would give him connection to Fordola. Is there anyone who can tell us more about him? Yes, an uncle, who we recently helped find employment here in Alagana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for Charlet. You'll most likely find him working at the Sleeping Stones. As it happens, I was planning to bring him something to eat. I'll join you there shortly.
Okay. Come on, there we go. We gotta fly all the way out here. Oh, there he is. Alright, what now, Raubon?
Perhaps we should have asked what he looks like.
Still looking, eh? That's him over there. Kind of inexperienced with a pickaxe, if I do say so myself.
I hope we're not interrupting.
No, of course not. It's good to see you, Ragenfried. My word. The Bull of Alamigo, the champion of the Alliance.
would bring such esteemed guests to our humble, quarry? At ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to ask you about your nephew. Charlet? You found him? No luck yet, then. Is there anything else you can tell us? More about his childhood, perhaps? Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. His parents and I swore allegiance to Golemald to secure ourselves and our kin's citizenship. For all the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen who treated us as pariahs. Took its toll on him and his brother, to be spat on as traitors by association. One thing led to another, and Ansfried, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. That's how it started, you know. The Crania Lupi, Gaius's loyal little pups. Do you remember the names of these friends? Yes, they had quite the reputation growing up. There was Emmeline, Rudolph, and the angry little girl who'd grown up to become the butcher herself, Fordola. Charlotte was part of that group too, yes? But from what we've heard, he chose not to become a soldier. Wouldn't have lasted a day in training. You knew that better than anyone, of course. Not that it helped him feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for their deaths, for not stopping them when he had the chance, for not being strong enough to fight by their side. Maybe save them, maybe not. But he wasn't there, and he wished he had been. Then one day, he was gone. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. So do we. Thank you. The information you've shared should prove useful. And for you, I brought some food. Why don't you call it a day and go enjoy it with your family?
Now would be the best time for an echo memory.
Let him have the peace for now. Back to Alagana.
You know, this would be a whole lot easier if we just, you know... If we could just, you know, have the, If we could have a flashback courtesy of the Echo instead of Fordola having them all. Anyway,
so it was not only his brother a member of... So not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlet himself was a childhood friend of Fordola's. I'm told he refused the support of the Silver Griffins as well. He's been trying to make his own way for some time now. His brother and his friends died at Specula Imperatoris, save for Fordola, and the gods only know how he felt about her after that. Or how Fordola felt about Charlet after seeing Lily's memory of him transforming into a blasphemy. Brother of a man she killed and a childhood friend besides. She thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran. To kill the beast. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm worried about her.
Fordola is a survivor and an outcast herself. Exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. You've seen for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make. And if you can learn to feel sympathy for her, maybe others can too.
Indeed. I think we have enough information for the time being. Let us return to the city and plan our next move.
Back to the quarter. Why do we have to fly so far from the... How do it... Oh, that way. I can't see shit. There we go. Row on.
I've assigned a few of my soldiers to assist the Silver Griffins in investigating Charlotte's background. With luck, we'll find him quickly, and then we can prepare for what must come after. We're all but certain Charlotte's the one who transformed into a blasphemy, and so there's naught to be done but to put him out of his misery. As for Fordola, I put Monago and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they found her, they have my permission to lend whatever support they deem necessary. If it comes to it, I may ask you to join the search. Until such time, I ask that you take this opportunity to rest.
Alright. The final quest of the quest line will be the level 90 quest, The Gift of Mercy. Until then, that's it for this episode. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are all the links provided to take you where you need to go. Also, be sure to turn on notifications, click the like button if you like this video, and leave a comment. We'll see you next time.